Hello and welcome to the Cardiac Cats YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Shorba, and we're back because the Jaguars have made their first move after the free agency has opened by signing Gabe Davis to a 3-year deal. Now, I'm not shocked. This was definitely talked about a lot in the last couple days. I am a little shocked at the numbers. I think it's a bit too much, perhaps, but you never know. I know, like when Christian Kirk got signed, we thought that was insane when he got paid 18 million a year. But Kirk has outlived that deal and he's outperformed it, and so it's possible that happens with Gabe Davis. We'll see. The good moments are definitely worth that, right? But how do I feel about this? Well, not too thrilled, honestly. It doesn't mean anything regarding Calvin Ridley. They're still going to go after him. They've known they're going to sign Gabe Davis for a couple days apparently, which is a little shocking that they knew that and they had no competition seemingly. But this is where we are. Gabe Davis, it would seem, is the Zay Jones replacement. He'll get paid $13 million a year, and he can earn up to $50 million on this contract, meaning there is roughly $11 million in incentives. So we're gonna see what happens. It's yeah, I just don't know how I feel. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not too thrilled about this move. I wish that Kendrick Bourne hit the market. I think it would have been so much more affordable and a better player. Here we are though. To explain why I feel this way, I'm just gonna show you last year, just so you can see what some of the things we're talking about with receiving and how consistent he is. It's this that concerns me. You have a lot of games where he just doesn't even get targeted. I don't know why that is. I have no clue. Maybe that goes away in Jacksonville. I know that Buffalo was kind of a weird offense at times. Like there would be games where Stephon Diggs didn't even get targeted for half the game. And I only know that because I am on my fantasy team and I was panicking every other week. So maybe it's just a Buffalo thing. But yeah, I'm a bit concerned about that. I want to see him be a consistent producer. If he can do that, I'll feel a lot better about this move if they can get him the ball each game. Because that could be a good move then. You know, I mean, you see he's clearly got the potential to have big games. We've seen that throughout his career. He's still a really young player. There is a lot to work with. And at least, like, if he ends up being what they want, ends up playing well, they've got him locked in for 3 years. So at the end of the day, it's an upgrade over Zay Jones. I do believe he is better. I just wish that you could have had another option available personally. But, you know, this happens, and I think the wide receiver market's kind of weak this year after Calvin Ridley. And so they arguably got the best of the rest in this deal. But as far as salary cap, so this is where the Jaguars sit before free agency has begun. This includes the Mitch Morse signing as well. I'll show you guys the cap number, go down to Mitch Morse, just so you get some information on that whenever this page wants to load, and you can see a little bit of it here. They essentially have given him 3 void years, about $2.4 million that's stretched over those 3 years. He's going to have a very low cap hit the first year. So very affordable contract for the Jaguars. And here we go. So it's finally loaded. So you can see with Mitch Morse, yeah, $2.65 million the first year. You go up to about $5 million, and they got a lot split over these next seasons. So it shows 2.4 here. That'll be split over 2026 through 2028, $800K a year. So Jaguars still got some room to work with. As far as Gabe Davis's deal, I will show you what it could be. I don't know if this is what it looks like exactly. I think I gotta type. Yep, Gabriel Davis. There we go. So they might throw on some void years. That is definitely possible. Okay, there we go. So I'll show you what it could look like. Usually the way Jacksonville does deals is they take everything they can from the first year to convert to signing bonus. So essentially you have your base salary and then you throw on the rest of the contract. So this is going to be based off of the bare minimum that he's going to be earning, which is that 39 million mark. So your number is about 12 million in signing bonus. That gets you up to 13 million. Now, if I can type, I'll put this in for you guys. And so if that's how they structure it, these are your cap hits. They might do some void years. If they do 3, well, you can see something like this. But we'll see what happens as far as that. Don't count this as the official numbers, just an idea of what could happen. So the most they're probably going to have against the cap, about 5 million. It's an effective change of 4 million because you got to remember you're taking a player off the roster when you replace them. And this factors in a lot of the practice squad players. So you see like 57 guys under contract. So the Jaguars are sitting here with 12 million. They can free up more cap space. There's ways to do that. We'll see what they do. I imagine we're going to get more news today because Calvin Ridley will probably sign somewhere or, agree to terms because he cannot sign until Wednesday other than with Jacksonville. He won't do it. I mean, there's no incentive to do that. You're just giving up a second round pick no matter what. So we'll see what happens. But Gabe Davis comes to Jacksonville. This is my reaction. I'm not too excited. I'll probably change my mood, honestly, with time. I got to do my research. But having only known about fantasy football and watching a couple games, it's a little concerning to me with the production profile. But, we got to do our research and learn a bit more. But those are your numbers. That's my information on it. Some stats on them. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll have more news for you as the day goes on. But that's it, and go Jags.